Hey everyone, this is Samantha Gattuso with Share Your Beauty, and we're going to be doing a quick smoky eye with a pop of color on my beautiful, beautiful model, Ivette Lopez. And right now we're just going to apply this Lorac Pro primer onto her eyelids, and this is going to provide a really nice surface for the eyeshadows to go over once we start. And first we're going to use this color Nectar from the Lorac Pro 2 palette, and it's just a really nice transition shade. It's not too orange. It's kind of a cool toned color, but it's just nice for other colors to go onto so that there's no harsh lines. And we're just going to be blending this in her crease up to her eyebrow and also on her eyelid, just to provide a really nice surface for the rest of the eyeshadows. And just make sure this is all blended in. It doesn't have to be perfect because all the other shadows are going to be going over it. Now we're going to be taking this color light brown from the same Lorac palette, and we're just going to kind of center that more in the crease, not all over. And this is just going to create some more dimension to the eye look and make sure that all the dark colors that go on top of it will blend really nicely and won't be super harsh. This is all for blending sake, and you know, blend, blend, blend. So now we're going to be taking this color Cool Gray in the same Lorac Pro palette, and we're just going to focus that on the outer corner. We're going to go a little tiny bit into the crease, but mostly staying out on that outer corner. The reason why we're not going super into the crease is because Ivette has deep set eyes, and usually the darker colors you don't want to put straight in the crease or else it'll exaggerate those set eyes. And though her eyes are very beautiful, we just don't want to exaggerate that part because sometimes it's not very flattering on these eye shapes. So we're just doing the other eye in the same way and going a little bit on the eyelid because I think it's more smoky that way, and we were kind of going for that look. I also kind of winged it out to her eyebrow to create that cat eye look. Now we're using this color black in the same palette and really focusing that on the outer corner. And this will just create some more smokiness. The reason why we went in with a lighter color first was to make sure that this darker color put on top will blend more easily, and that's always a good thing because we never want those harsh lines. And this technique of layering really provides that smoky look and kind of puts this whole look together. So now I'm just kind of blending it out with the fluffier side of this crown brush that I got in an Ipsy bag. It's just kind of like a double-sided brush, and it's really helpful for doing this kind of work on the outer corner and then being able to blend it out with the other side. And it's real quick, just a flick of the wrist and you got the other side to blend. So now we're really going in and blending it. I love Yvette's faces in this. She's just so funny. And yeah, so we're just kind of going in there, making it a little deeper by adding more color, more of that black shade. And now we're going to Lorac for the first Lorac palette, and we're taking this color Slate, which is a nice, cool, it's almost bluish gray. It's sparkly. And we're going to put that on her lid to provide this kind of a shimmery pop on her lid, just to kind of bring out her beautiful eyes. And yeah, we're just gonna use this flat brush. It doesn't really have a name. I think I got it at the drugstore. It's probably like an elf brush. And we're just gonna pack that on her lid. You can use your finger if you want to. I tried to use my finger at first, but it wasn't big enough to cover her whole eye, sorry. So we were kind of checking, yeah, we're just kind of checking her eye look and making sure if it was okay. So we're just gonna take the Smashbox foundation, and this is a little light for her skin color, but I use this pretty much as a highlight shade. And so we're using a beauty blender and just putting that below her eyes to add some brightness, and just make sure it's all good and blended, and make sure all the darkness is gone. And also we're putting this down her nose and on her forehead, and we're also going to put this on her chin. And just make sure you put this lighter shade on all the different high points of your face, including the cheekbone, as I'm doing right now. Notice that I'm using these dabbing motions instead of kind of rubbing it on, because streaking it on will, well, leave it streaky. So we want it to be very smooth and flawless, so we don't want to leave it streaky by rubbing it on. So we're just going to keep applying this to the under eye area. Build up the coverage as much as you like. If you want it pretty highlighted, then you want to pack on that color. But if you don't want it very highlighted, then just add a little bit of coverage. So we're just going in the areas that have a little bit of redness and also adding this color. Again, going onto the cheekbones and dabbing this on, really emphasizing those highlights of her face. So we're just going to, again, put this on her chin. And now we're going to move on to bronzer. This is the Tarte bronzer that came in this like 100-point gift from Sephora, and it's really nice shimmery bronzer. So I'm just going to place this on, well, under her cheekbones to create a shadow and some shimmer. It's really, really pretty. So I'm making her make this duck face, or whatever you want to call it, fish face. And so I'm just putting this right where, basically right above where your ear starts, and not all the way to the mouth, but close enough that you can see the shadow if you look straight on. So yeah, we're just going to keep applying this on with this duo fiber brush from Sigma. You can use any contour brush that you want. I'm just choosing to use this one. So we're going to kind of move this color up. We're going to move it up her face, kind of wherever you want a shadow, or where naturally a shadow would be on your face. So that's at your hairline, and also just kind of just around your face generally. You can also put this at your jawline. Some people definitely do that. This was more of a shimmery color, so I didn't want to bring that down to her jawline. It probably wouldn't have been very flattering. I'm also kind of putting that at the temples, and also just dusting that really lightly on her nose to kind of contour her nose a little bit. I didn't go very ham with this on her nose, but just nice enough. So now we're going to use this flat brush to apply some eyeshadow to her lower lash line. This color is Navy from the Lorac Pro palette. She said she really liked this color, so I'm just going to use this as our pop of color for this eye look. So yeah, just really pressing that in and then diffusing it with this pencil brush from Sigma. You can use any kind of pencil brush, it really doesn't matter what kind. And doing the same on the other eye with this flat brush. You can use any detailer brush that you'd like. It just has to be small enough to fit really tightly under that lower lash line. And then again, diffusing it with this fluffier pencil brush just to make sure everything's pretty diffused and pretty. Now we're going to use this Hourglass Diffuse Lighting Powder, and we're just going to put that where we put the light foundation, and this is just going to provide a really nice highlight to her face without being super harsh or ashy. So we're just going to apply that to every place that we put that highlighting shade, and just make sure it's all nice and blended. So as you can see, Yvette is putting on the mascara. She accidentally made this mistake, but do not fear, I have a solution. Just put that highlighting shade that we put under the eye in the first place, just put that with a cotton swab on that area and it's pretty much fixed up. So just pack that color on until you see fit and you don't see any of the mascara that was left on the eye. Now she's putting on this Urban Decay Naked Lip Gloss in Liar onto her lips just to give it a little color and some shine. And that is the final look. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to my beautiful model Yvette. I love you so much, and you are gorgeous, and I really hope to do your makeup again because I love playing with your face. Yes, that sounded weird. Ooh, curl conscious cream. Oh, did I know why I did that? Who got that on camera? It's crazy. I was trying to blow it a little because you know how the air shows you how it smells? Oh, shit, it smells nice though, so you know. It's cool. Dude, I smell like I was gonna answer.